Good evening. Good evening. Please have a seat. Please have a seat. And welcome to the White House. The 2023 Stanley Cup champions, the Las Vegas Knights. Welcome to the White House. It's good to have you here today. And I just want to say it's always an honor to welcome our sports teams here. Um, Doing this is actually one of the fun things about this job. You get a chance to see champions from all the leagues coming here, and this is one of many times I've actually done this. I've welcomed NFL teams, our baseball, and now hockey. It's good to have you guys here. And I do want to talk a little bit about championships. Many, as you guys know, that I was once part of a semi-pro football team in Texas, and I wasn't a player, but I was one of the assistant coaches. And winning a championship is something very special. It takes a lot of work to get there, and a lot of dedication. And the Vegas Knights have shown that in their dedication in winning the Stanley Cup. And I can just imagine winning the Stanley Cup um, in the Las Vegas desert. That's unbelievable. But it's good to have you here today. I have my vice president is here to make sure we do things the right way. And while he couldn't be here, I want to thank former cabinet member of mine, Marty Walsh from Boston. He'd rather be standing up here than being the commissioner. But thank you all very much. And now he's now president of the NHL Players Union. And special thanks to the commissioner who is here and who is on congrats on 30 years. 30 years of running a growing league. 30 years. Team owner Bill Foley and the entire organization, you built an ice rink in the middle of the desert. Who says you can't get anything done? A team for all time, for a team. Look at it. Look, Bruce, the entire coaching staff. And again, congratulations on the incredible coaching job to the devoted fans, many of whom we've got two future players right here. Look at them. They're ready. Many are here, including members of Congress and, well, the family of one of our dear friends, the late Senator Harry Reid. Where's Harry's family? Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Good. Um, there you are. Good to have you. Good to see you here today. And you couldn't deny it, even if you wanted to. You look, Harry Reid was one of the greatest, one of the greatest senators, I think. Been a good friend, and most of all, congratulations to all its incredible players, led by Captain Mark Stone. Now, Mark is my kind of guy. I didn't play ice hockey, but I did play, and like I mentioned earlier, I did coach football. And this guy is like some of the guys I coached and played with, with two back surgeries in a year, missing the second half of the season, returns for game one of the playoffs and scores a hat trick in game five to win the Stanley Cup. I had a coach used to say, Toby Raymond, he said, you get knocked down just to get up. Get up. This guy gets up and he goes, man. He goes. Just look, 6 years ago, the ideal of a championship team playing on the ice in the Vegas desert. I mean, think about it. Who would have ever thought that it was possible? Who would have ever thought of that? And now here we are. Who would have ever even thunk of it and seemed that it like a pipe dream? But team ownership had faith, predicting a playoff run in 3 years and in Stanley Cup in six. And I've got to talk about it to them because the polling data I'm not paying much attention to ever since this team has proven that in Vegas you can beat the odds. A trip to the finals in your first year, your very first year, 5 total trips to the playoffs, 4 conference finals, 267 total wins in 6 years, one of the best records in hockey. And when you come up and short in the playoffs, you know what you do. When you come up short in the playoffs, you continue, you never gave up. This year, You're led by a defense and a powerful offense that dominated the regular season. Then in the playoffs, defeating an all-star teams like the Jets, the Oilers, and even my Dallas Stars without even ever facing elimination. And in the Stanley Cup Finals, you beat the Panthers to become the champions. Led by those incredible players, Jack leading the league with 26 points in postseason. John, the first true undrafted player in the history of the draft to win the final MVP trophy. Look at that. Above all, your work as a team with a winning culture built through hard work and determination. You mean, folks, and by the way, you guys make folks laugh. I heard that tradition of giving each game's MVP the Elvis wig and glasses. Only in Vegas. Only in Vegas. And together, they're building a legacy in great American sports. It's a great American sports city. In fact, the vice president hosted the Las Vegas Aces back in September when they had just won a back-to-back WNBA title. Just one promise: don't let the Philadelphia Eagles leave and go, or even the Dallas Cowboys, because things in our family, it will get real if that happens in our family. Um, Long story there, but about the Dallas Cowboys and Philadelphia Eagles, and we won't talk about the game at all. But look, you guys got to keep it up. Let me close with this. You're proving Vegas sports is one of the best shows in town, but you're also proving something else about sports. Like all great franchises, you give back. You give back to the community, sponsoring after-school activities for kids and programs for the disabled, honoring all the people, honoring the disabled community, honoring service members, veterans, and military families at hockey games and clinics, and hosting food drives and providing grants to help fight homeless and hunger throughout the southern Nevada. And in your case, you're also holding an entire city together. I've seen it ever since that very first season, just after 1 October mass shooting in 2017, showing up for victims' families, survivors, first responders. In fact, your championship rings honor the diamonds on your ring is from a star, the same star on the banner that is raised that honored 58 people who were there and lost their lives on that day. You guys are something else. When you raised that banner, this organization said, quote, "Their light continues to shine bright in no small part because of all of you, for Vegas, for Nevada, for all of us. Thank you for shining and sharing that light. You're Vegas. You're born Vegas strong." Congratulations again. Thank you very much for coming up, and congratulations. And I want you guys to do